I hope you are having a great start to your week. I've got what I think is a really pretty card to show you how to make tonight using some fun products and stamp sets. So just going to give it a second here. Let me bring this up on my iPad and we'll see if any people jump onto chat. My iPad is, for whatever reason, buffering tonight, so I hope that doesn't mean that my video is buffering. So I'm going to just give it a second. Okay. It's saying that I'm not connecting to the internet. I know people have been having trouble, so I'm hoping somebody hops on to let me know if I am indeed live. All right, well, I guess I will just go ahead and get my camera in the air and get started and hope for the best. It's not buffering on my phone, so but my iPad is definitely not connecting, which makes it hard because then I can't really see your comments and things while I am live. So let me just give it one more chance. Okay, there. All right, now I can see. Yay. Okay. If you'd like to shop with me, if you don't already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, by the way, my name is Jana. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and this is the address to my shopping site. I do have a February host code. This will last a few more days until the 27th, and you can also find this code at the landing page there on my shopping site. And just one quick announcement. Celebration is coming to an end. There's only a few more days to get in on that, so if you see if there's something that you have had your eye on to get for free in that celebration brochure, make sure you take advantage of that before it is gone. You get free items at $50 and $100 in sales. Okay, so I'm going to use this set. I'm going to use this cute little bunny. This is called Springtime Joy. It is a red rubber stamp set. So I'm going to use the cute little bunny out of that. Out of Timeless Tulips, I'm using just this hello and also this greeting here. Happy Easter, happy spring, happy everything. So I'm using a few different sets tonight. I'm going to use from the Daisy Lane set this smaller daisy there and the coordinating punch that goes along with it. I am going to use the Pinewood Plank embossing folder. And I'm going to use one die from the Stitched So Sweetly dies. All right, I am ready to get started. Please say hello if you'd like to on the chat screen there. I love to be able to chat with people while I'm stamping, then I feel like I've got somebody here with me, which makes it more fun. I'm going to use Highland Heather, and the papers, I forgot to mention the papers. These are one of the items that you can get for free out of the celebration brochure, and they are the Oso Ombre paper collection. And there are 5 different colors in this package. So you get a package of 48 sheets. So I have chosen these two here, and these are in the Blackberry Bliss color. However, the stamp color that I'm going to use is Highland Heather. And so for this card, I am going to be creating a wreath with these daisies. And I need 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I need 12 daisies. And one thing that I will mention as a tip, when you are getting ready to stamp things that you're going to be punching, you kind of want to look at your punch to see how things will line up. So for instance, this one, I have done it so some of the petals are vertical up and down here like that, because I noticed that they're that way when you slide your paper in, so that you can slide it right in to punch it. You also want to kind of see, I could have gone up higher on the paper, but I don't need to waste that paper. So you just kind of have to know how much paper, like if you did go up higher, how much paper you could leave down at the bottom when you're getting ready to punch. So that is just a tip about that. So I think what I'll do is I will stamp out 6 on the plain paper and 6 on the patterned. And maybe I will go, well, let's just go around the corner here, because I kind of want the varying colors. I don't think I want to go into the too dark there though. Trying to keep this more pastel-y. Pretty sure that's not a word. Okay, so we've got 5. So I will put one right here. And then do the same thing here. And I'm okay with the fact that the design is not too dark on there, because I like the pattern of the paper showing a bit. Okay, I think I'm ready to punch. I keep thinking that there's some kind of a saying that goes along with daisies, but I can't think of what it is. Fresh as a daisy. That's not what I was thinking though. Aren't they cute? Now this card that I'm making tonight is great for just a general, depending on the sayings you put inside, great for a general, just saying hello to somebody, happy spring, aren't we all glad the sun is shining more, blah, blah, blah. It's also great for an Easter card. And it would also be really nice for a welcome baby card or baby shower card. And if you wanted to change, we're going to put a bunny on the front, but if you wanted to change that bunny up to a different object, it would be even a nice maybe bridal shower card or something like that. So depending on your focal point, I guess, you could make this whatever kind of card you wanted it to be. For whatever occasion, that's what I'm trying to say. Even a birthday. These ones with the pattern are fun. We actually had some sunshine here where I live today, which was very welcomed because the last few days have been very dreary. So just to have that little bit of sunshine always makes a person feel better, I think. It definitely makes me feel better. So for those of you who are watching the replay, and even those of you who are watching live, if there is a technique or a stamp set that you would like to see me make something with, please let me know. If it's something, if it's a set I have or one that might be on my list, I will do my best to come up with a design. That would be fun. Or a technique or card style maybe. Okay. So now let me just lay these out and we'll put these together. I think on the darker patterned ones, I will put the lighter ones that's not a pattern. Let's see. There we go. And then I'll just bring in my liquid glue. I want to get these done first so they can be setting there drying while we go on and do some other things. So when you put your two sets of petals together, you want to offset it so that your flower will be more full. And then once they're good and stuck, we can fluff up that top layer for dimension. And if you don't want them to be fuller, if you like them being the other way, you can just simply put your second layer right over the top of your first one like this, and then once they're dry, fluff up the top layer. But I kind of like them a little bit fuller. And this glue, this Tombow glue, does dry fast, so that is a plus. You don't have to wait all day for something to get dry before you can finish your project. And a little bit goes a long way with this glue also. It's pretty stuck already, so I guess that one's going to be just as it is. Wow, my clock seems so loud. It's so quiet in here. Okay, there is that. Now then, I'm going to bring in my chalk marker because I want to give these, the center of these flowers, I want to make them yellow. And if I tried putting yellow over this purple, chances are it would just turn brown and it wouldn't make me happy. So I'm going to dab on the chalk marker to make the middle more white, so then I can come back with my, I'll use one of my blends, my alcohol markers, and I can color over the top of it then and make the center yellow. And then after the center is yellow, I'm going to put some glitter on the top because I like it to be sparkly. Now you could also put maybe a big blingety bling rhinestone in the middle if you wanted. You could just punch a circle of yellow or whatever color you'd like to be in the center of your flower and glue that in the middle. You could put maybe a colored glitter, or you could use a very light layer of glue. I don't think people know that you can use glue with your embossing powder, but you have to make sure that it's a very light coat of glue. Or if you have like a two-way glue, that works really great for embossing. Okay, so there is the chalk, and I'm gonna just let that dry for a second because for one thing, I want it to be good and dry when I bring my alcohol marker in because I don't want the paper to pill. I also don't want to ruin my alcohol marker because it will pick up a little bit of that chalk. And as long as you just clean your tip off by rubbing it on paper afterwards, I don't think there'll be any problem at all with it. So let's do that. I think that it's feeling dry. I'm going to use my light Daffodil Delight. And I'm just going to kind of dab, and rather than rub it back and forth, because like I said, I am going to put glitter on the top, but as you can see now I have a yellow middle instead of it being some kind of funky brown. The chalk marker is good for many things, and this being one of them. If you want to color something on colored paper, just put a layer of your chalk marker on first. Almost there. One more. And our flowers are starting to look cute already. Okay, now as you can see, maybe if that focuses, let's see. There, you can kind of see a little bit how there's a little bit of white there on the tip. So I am just going to grab, I've got some Post-it notes here. I'm just going to grab one and just rub my marker a little bit and kind of clean that white off. I think we're okay there. Okay. So now I'm going to bring in the glitter, and we will do this up real quick so these can dry while we are carrying on with the card. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glitter or glue over the top there. Sparkle these up. And the yellow will show through. Otherwise, we wouldn't have needed to even do that step. You could also maybe go do the middle with Wink of Stella. However, I just wanted it to be a little more sparkly than that. So I'm using glitter. I'm hoping that Stampin' Up! Will bring glitter back in the next annual catalog. Fingers crossed. We can hope. Okay, those are all glittered. I will just set this aside and clean it up in a bit. And now I have this card, the color of the flowers is like the main color on the card. Other than that, it's a pretty, what I would call clean and simple card. We've got a lot of white on this card. I'm going to stamp the cute bunny. I have it mounted up on a block, and I am going to stamp the bunny with Smoky Slate. Let's see, is that what I want to use? Yes. So Smoky Slate. There we go. Cute. And then while I'm at it, I will bring my Highland Heather pad back, and I'm going to stamp my hello up here, because I will be die cutting that out in a little bit. Oops. All right. Now then, I've got some of my blends here, and I'm just going to do a little bit of coloring. I've got light Smoky Slate here, the same as what I stamped, well, I stamped with Smoky Slate. This is the light, and I'm just going to do a little bit of shading, not much at all. Because this bunny is just really a white bunny. But we just want to do a little bit of shading. Nothing fancy because I'm not a fancy colorer. I think the hours and hours that people put into coloring things are fabulous, especially when it comes to hair and stuff like that on images of people. things people can do. It's just amazing to me. But I am not that person. All right. Now I'm just going to bring my colorless blender and just soften the edges of that shading. And you won't see it right at first, but as it dries, that's when you can notice it. I'm just kind of making little circular motions here to blend that out. Okay. Now then, I'm going to color the flowers. I'm going to color the biggest one here with light Highland Heather, keeping the theme with the other places that we have used the Highland Heather. And I'm not going to do any shading on these flowers. They're just so small that I am not going to do the shading. And this is light balmy blue. And then we have light flirty flamingo. Cute. And then I've got light granny apple green for the leaves. And our bunny has a cute wreath on its head. Let me just come back in with my light Daffodil Delight and do the centers of these flowers. And then I have got light petal pink here. And I'm gonna give the bunny just a pink nose and some little rosy cheeks. Cute. All right, coloring is done. Now then, let me just snip this apart. And here is that small die that I was talking about from the Stitch So Sweetly die sets. And I'm going to cut out this hello. And I've just got a piece of Post-it note tape here to hold the die in place. And I'm going to run this through my machine real quick. So there we have that. And I'm gonna just fussy cut this bunny out quickly. There is not a die set for this stamp set. So if you're not a fussy cutter, it's easiest if you turn your paper rather than turning your, that flipped right into my little trash bucket. rather than trying to turn your scissors. It just makes it go a little more smoothly. And I'm just using or leaving a tiny white border around here. You can certainly go clear to the edge of the stamp design if you want, but I just like to leave that little bit of a white border. There's a little tiny hair, I think it is, sticking up there that I cut around. And you could just whack that off if you wanted. You wouldn't have to cut around that. I find it easier to cut off the excess paper as I go along if it gets in my way. And we are almost done cutting this out. I'm going to bring the stamp set in again just so you can have another look at it if you missed it in the beginning, because it's got other cute images in it. This lamb's just a little bit too big for what I'm doing today, but the super cute little chick and the basket of eggs and even the butterfly and the flowers. It's just a really cute stamp set. And if you have catalogs, you'll find this in the current mini catalog, or you can find it online at my shopping site. All right, I think we're ready. Almost. I just need to run this piece. This is white. This is cut at 4 inches by 5 1/4. And I'm going to put this in the pine wood plank embossing folder. This is a 3D embossing folder. And I'm putting it in this way rather than the other direction because I want my planks running vertically. Okay, I'll just run this through my machine and I will be right back. And there you can see the nice detail on there. You could also use it on this side if you wanted. However, the lines are raised up in between the boards. And here they are recessed. Okay. And then I have another piece that is cut to that same exact size, 4 by 5 1/4. And I'm going to stamp the greeting for the inside of the card there. And I'm going to bring back the Highland Heather again and stamp it with that. Make sure I don't have it upside down. I'm just kind of trying to line it up so it's straight on my grid paper. If you don't have grid paper, it's a great tool and it is available on my shopping site. Okay, let's hope this is semi-straight. If it's not, there's another side to the paper and I'll try again. It might be ever so slightly crooked, but I don't think it's enough that I'm going to worry about it. I think it's okay. All right. Now then, I've got a card cut out of white. It is cut at 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, scored at 4 1/4. And I am just going to put this on the inside. I could have stamped it directly to the inside. However, I think putting your sentiment on another layer when it comes to the white It just gives it a little bit of a stronger feel to your card. I could have used the thick white. We do sell that, but I didn't really want that with putting the other layer on the front. So I'm just going to do it this way. And it kind of just gives it a nice, more finished look, having that extra layer, even though it's white on white. Looks nice. All right, now I'm going to set that aside and we will get busy building the front of this card. So I'm going to bring the flowers back in and just kind of put them how I want them to go here. So I'm going to create a wreath. Okay, I think I kind of like that. So now I just have to kind of move it apart and put it back together. So I'm just going to fluff up these top layers of flowers a little bit. And oops, I don't want the glue because I'm going to pop most of these flowers up. So I'm just going to use a dimensional here. Put it on the back. I know that glitter is probably not quite dry yet. And put that there. And I think I'll go ahead and put the bottom one where I want it. And I can come back in and fluff these back up too in a bit. Now you could make your flowers any colors you wanted. If you wanted them all to be a different color, that would be really gorgeous too. And this one here I am going to glue flat because I'm going to be putting the bunny on it, and I'm going to pop the bunny up. So I didn't really want the flower to also be popping up. Okay. Now before I put the bunny on, I think I'll go ahead and stick the hello. And I'm just going to put 2 dimensionals on the back of that. For those of you who are new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it, and give me a thumbs up if you would. And if you choose the bell, that will notify you when I go live next time. There we go. Fluff these up a bit. So cute. Okay. Now then, let's get that bunny on there. There we go. Oopsie. Probably have to do more fluffing after I do this. And I could have just attached it with glue too, but that's all right. And one more final touch. I'm going to bring in this polka dotted tulle ribbon here. Fingers crossed, cross your fingers. I'm going to attempt to make a double bow here. This tulle is a little bit different to work with. Okay, so I'm going to do a finger bow. Let me get my card out of the way. So I need to go around 2 times. And cut my tail here. And I will have to do some fluffing out of this ribbon because it likes to stick to itself with the way the polka dots are on it. But I have faith we can get it done here. Okay. So here is this cute bow. And let's just do some floofing here. It's this part that we pulled that likes to get all shriveled up, but you can pull it right back apart to straighten it out. Let's see, I want my point in the inside. There we go. And then we will just attach this with glue dot. So cute. And that, my Stampin' Friends, is my card. I hope you like it. I think it turned out really cute. I love the Highland Heather color, the purple colors. And let me bring in the one I made for a sample. I used Rococo Rose as the main color in that one, and it's the same there on the inside. So the same card in two different colorways, and like I said, you could use this by just changing up what you put in the inside. It could be a birthday card, it could be a get well soon card, it could be just a happy spring card, a baby card, whatever, really, whatever you want it to be. A thank you card. I think it's just super cute. All right, I will be back Friday, probably at the same time for this week. My schedule changes depending on my husband's schedule so that he can watch the peppers while I do my video. And so this week I'll be at 7 o'clock again, Pacific time on Friday. So I hope to see you then. Please, like I said, give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you would. I'd really super appreciate it. Thank you, and until Friday, happy stamping. Bye-bye.